Are you still going? You want me to keep smiling? Hello, hello, and welcome to What's Cooking with Chef Tony. Thank you. You're far too kind. Now, you're right to be thrilled. We have a very exciting episode today. Chef Tony is going to share with you my recipe for the CDL 2020 playoffs. Now, I noticed a few confused faces out there when I said we're making the CDL playoffs. Now, I get it. It can be confusing. This is the first ever CDL playoffs. Now, to help tell the tale, I gathered an ingredient from each of the 12 teams. To kick us off, August 19th, the very first match of the playoffs will be the 10th seed Paris Legion versus the 11th seeded Seattle Surge. Now, our first ingredient has been imported straight from the shores of Seattle. What Chef Tony has here today is some Surge sea salt. Now, be careful how much Surge salt you add. It can be extremely salty. A little can go a long way. I could smell the tears from here. Now relax, it's no laughing matter, all right? Now up next, a classic French herb for our French team. We're adding some thyme. I think thyme is a great ingredient for Paris because they won't have much time in the playoffs. Oh, what? We got Paris fans in the house? I'm joking. They'll take one map, maybe two. Shut up! I'm joking. Speaking of fun, our next matchup is a banger rematch of the Battle for LA. The Los Angeles Guerrillas take on OpTic Gaming LA. Now, the LA Guerrillas are full of fresh faces this season, so no better ingredient for them than a bit of fresh ginger. Now, on the other side, we have some OpTic onions. Now, we chose onions for OpTic because much like their record this season, it'll make you cry. Just kidding, don't come and find me, Slasher. Although with all the travel restrictions, I'm not sure if you'd be able to. But if you did, I'd put you down hard. Trust me on that, buddy, I'd put you down hard. All right, that covers day one matchups. Before we move to day two, I have to mention what's at stake. Only the largest prize pool in Call of Duty history, with $4.6 million up for grabs. The team that's lucky enough to win the whole thing will walk away with $1.5 million. I think Chef Tony could start a nice restaurant with that kind of dough. All right, let's keep moving and take a look at our first winner's bracket matchup on day two. Arguably the most important initial matchup there is, the London Royal Ravens trying their best against the Toronto Ultra. For London, we're adding some sultanas, aka golden raisins. Now, Brits are mad for these things. They put them in meat pies, cakes, strudels, everything. I don't even have a joke here. You people seriously eat meat pies with raisins. I don't know what to say. And now, for the hottest team in the league, the winners of the most recent home series of the year, the Toronto Ultra, and their ultra fine flour. Now, flour is the cement, the glue to every great dish. Toronto Ultra, they've cemented themselves as a great team after that recent win. I mean, that Ultra team, that's full of very good-looking, very, very talented people. I mean, have you seen that Methodz guy? He's ultra fine, if you know what I'm saying. All right, moving along. We got the 5th seeded boys from New York, the Subliners, against the 8th seeded Minnesota Rokkr. Did you guys know that Minnesota produces the most sugar beets in the US? And did you know that sugar beets contain a crazy amount of sugar that you can use in cooking instead of cane sugar? Finally, did you know due to the crazy amount of water that sugar beets absorb, they should explode, but they don't. Scientists are stumped, they have no idea why. If I were to eat all this sugar, it would kind of be like the Rokkr season. It'd start off great, then it'd crash hard. For the New York side, we had to get some Mac Melt's premium butter. It helps fry anything. Ever since New York added Mac to their lineup, their season has been buttery smooth. So, I think Minnesota may have their hands full with this one. That covers all of the known matchups we have. So let's start adding ingredients for the top 4 teams deeper in the winner's bracket. Waiting on the winner of New York and Minnesota, we have the 4th seeded Chicago Huntsmen. Jalapeno peppers. Nothing could be more Chicago than throwing a few of these on top of a dog, watching a Cubbies game. Also, I think we can all agree, both jalapeno peppers and the Huntsmen bring a certain degree of heat and a wonderful green color. Though if you're asking me, they're both a tad overrated. It's a joke, relax, be nice to me on Twitter, please. All right, Now awaiting their chance to get bodied by the Toronto Ultra, we have the 3rd-seeded Florida Mutineers. Freshly squeezed from the lush trees of Florida, we have Mutineer juice. Their classic OJ, packed with some extra vitamins. I mean, come on guys. It's the only explanation for how good this team's been all year. What's your answer, huh? Good player scouting? Good management? Yeah, right. Okay, looking ahead to the winner's semifinal, we have the #1 seed Atlanta FaZe, awaiting the winner of the Huntsmen and their TBD opponent. For FaZe, we got the only thing that can represent how cracked these kids are. Cracked pepper. You ever see that team run around on the respawn map? It's nutty.
I'm cracked, you're cracked, we're all cracked.
Alright, that should be enough black pepper, which means we have one ingredient left. Awaiting the winner of Florida, and obviously Toronto, we have the 2nd-seeded Dallas Empire. An extra special aged ingredient, we have CRIMIMON. Now, CRIMIMON is chock full of spice. You only need a little bit for the desired effect.
I'm doing your job for you, Rich.
Now, the great thing about CRIMIMON is its really long shelf life. It can sit for years and years and still be useful. All right, folks, that's it. We've got all of our playoff ingredients added. Now, while I give this a stir, why don't we start talking about what the rest of the playoffs will look like? The entirety of the 2020 CDL playoffs will be streamed live on the CDL YouTube channel and CallOfDutyLeague.com. As a reminder, the playoffs bracket kicks off August 19th, and championship weekend picks back up August 29th, culminating in a best-of-9 grand final. We hope you join us for these final steps in crowning the CDL's inaugural champion. Okay, looks like we're all stirred. Let's get this bad boy in the oven. It might not look like much, but let that baby cook until August 19th, and we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, that's it for today. Now that Chef Tony has taught you all, you can tell your friends about the playoffs, and they can watch too. Thank you for joining us. This has been What's Cooking with Chef Tony, and we'll see you August 19th at the playoffs. Thank you.